Hello, FG fam, and welcome to another episode of the Colorado Rockies franchise here on MLB The Show 22. The Rockies are just one game out of first place in the NL West division, and they are in a tough series here against the Miami Marlins. Edwin Diaz trying to close out a game here in the top of the ninth with a 3-2 lead, and a double play is going to get it done. Colorado comes away with a 3-2 victory at home against the Miami Marlins. 10 hits from the Marlins, but they just couldn't bring the runs home. Alvarado ends up with the win. Zach Veen is the player of the game as he hit a solo shot in this ball game, and Diaz with his 12th save of the year. Then another tough game in that very same Marlins series, a 3-2 lead yet again in the top of the ninth, and that one is hit. And it will be a run scored to tie the ball game at 3 with 2 on and 1 away. Joey Wendell comes up to the plate and he hits this one into left field. Jonathan Daza playing in place of a man with a day off. Here is Diaz up against Jesus Aguilar with 2 away, and Brendan Rodgers makes the play, throw on to first to get through the top half of the ninth. Guillermo Pereira comes in to try to get this thing into extra innings if he possibly can, but Garrett Hampson hit on the back. He is not happy about it, wanted to charge the mound, but he refrained, and it's a good thing he did. There's a big hit into left center field, and that one is going to score the speedy Garrett Hampson all the way from first base. The double, the RBI double, gives the Colorado Rockies a 4-3 walk-off win. What a big hit in a big spot. And Edwin Diaz ends up with the win in this game, 3-0 on his season. The sweep for the Colorado Rockies in that series. Garrett Hampson, player of the game, he had 2 RBIs and, of course, scoring the leading run, or the winning run. Colorado then went into a interleague series against the Minnesota Twins. In the bottom of the 10th, Edwin Diaz trying to close it out. There's a swing and a miss, and the throw on to first to confirm the strikeout for out number 1 at the bottom of the 10th. A 9-8 game, not very pitching-wise here, and there's Carlos Correa hitting a fly ball into left field. That one's going to get caught by Chris Bryant. No tag-up attempt, so a chance to close it out here. Luke Voit going to take a call strike 3 that he does not like. He is talking to Blue, but it is already done. Game over, 9-8. Colorado Rockies with the win on the roads. 16 hits for them, 15 for the Twins. Ryan McMahon, player of the game, he goes 5 for 5 in the ball game with a double and 3 RBIs. Kirby Yates gets the win. Diaz with his 14th save of the season. Moving on, a series against the San Diego Padres. Bottom of the ninth, tied at 2 on the road. Padres have some guys in scoring position. Jonathan Villar goes down swinging against Alex Reyes. His first strikeout. And here in the bottom of the ninth, 2 on, 2 outs for Trent Grisham. He'll take a walk on a pitch out of the zone. Here's Fernando Tatis, and the big bat for the Padres ends up getting a big hit in a big spot, and that is going to give the Padres a walk-off win against Alex Reyes and the Colorado Rockies. Tatis doing exactly what the San Diego Brass expects him to do, getting them some wins. He goes 2 for 2 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Taylor Rogers ends up with the win. He pitched a scoreless inning, a hitless inning, and Alex Reyes gets saddled with the loss there. Now, our full game against the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field against Marcus Stroman, who's 6-6 on the year with a 3.62 ERA and a 1.16 whip. Pete Alonso at the plate will go down. They say he went around. That pitch was way out of the zone. And that took care of the top of the first. Here's a hit for Nico Hoerner into right field. Zach Veen going to get there, and he will throw it on to second, but Nico Hoerner puts himself on with 1 away. Later on with 2 away, it's Patrick Wisdom, and he swings through the high inside heat to end the first inning. All right, top of the second, Sam Hilliard up at the plate, and he'll take a slider away to walk and bring up C.J. Cron, only batting .239 on the season. But here he is, and he will strike out on the slider away. It gets him, and that'll be the first out of the top of the second. Still a runner on first with 2 outs for Zach Veen, who grounds this one over second base, and he will be thrown out at first for the final out of the top of the second. Charlie Blackmon, the former Colorado Rocky, comes up, and he will get a single with 1 out in the bottom of the second. That puts a runner on for Ian Happ, who hits this one into center field. That one gets down in front of Sam Hilliard. Charlie Blackmon trying to go to third, and he will get there on time. So runners on the corners with just 1 away at that point. Michael Taylor coming up to bat. That's a little bit of a wild pitch. Try to throw to second from Contreras. Nowhere near in time. 2 runners in scoring position now for Michael A. Taylor. Only batting .230, but there we go. That'll increase his average and his home run total as that one goes out to left center field for a home run. A 3-run shot for Taylor, his 8th of the year. 100 exit velocity, and that thing is out of here. Look at the dances in the Chicago bullpen for the home run here at Wrigley Field. That'll give him a 3-0 lead. Nick Madrigal comes up at the plate with 2 away, and Pete Alonso gets under that one and makes the catch to end the second inning. We're through the second. Rockies still don't have a hit. They're down 3-0. We'll be right back after this. And we are back in the top of the third. Tim Anderson with 2 away. There's a hit out to right field, and that's going to get a single. Maybe a 2-out rally here for Colorado. Trust me, they need it. Here's a hit down over to shortstop. The chopper is going to get Tim Anderson out at second. And we are through the top of the third. Nico Hoerner again. This time he's going to strike out. No single, no getting on base in this one. Patrick Wisdom 0 for 1 on the day with 2 away, and that one's down the third base, and McMahon could not make the play, so Bryant will throw it on to second, and we've got a base runner. Yan Gomes comes up, and he's going to be a base runner as well. This one into right field for Zach Veen to make the play. The 2 on and 2 out for Chicago. The former Rocky Charlie Blackmon trying to get this one down and right, but Zach Veen will make the catch on the liner to end the third inning. C.J. Cron with 2 away in the top of the fourth. He goes down. Slider away has been the killer for this team all year. Ian Happ takes a pitch outside the zone from Gomberg to take a leadoff walk, bringing up Michael A. Taylor, who had a home run last time he was up, but this time swings through the high heat. Colin Moran comes up. He's been hot for this team, and he gets a base hit here. 2 on, 1 away for the Chicago Cubs in the bottom of the fourth. And Nico Hoerner is up. Here's the hit into center field, and Sam Hilliard will get there to make the play and end this fourth inning. So we'll go to the top half of the fifth where Ryan McMahon has a chance for a leadoff hit, but instead he strikes out on the low cutter. Marcus Stroman doing a great job thus far, 64 pitches into his outing, and he gets the strikeout of Zach Veen as well. 2 gone in the top of the fifth, a 3-2 count for Contreras, who takes strike 3. He does not like the call, but Stroman is killing it today. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Patrick Wisdom goes down, swinging on an Austin Gomber high heater, 93 miles an hour. Here's Yan Gomes up at the plate, 2-2 count. This one's dribbled on to shortstop. Tim Anderson makes the throw, and we are through 5 innings here in Wrigley Field. Chris Bryant up with 2 outs in the top of the sixth, and that one is an easy fly ball into foul territory for the final out of the top of the sixth inning. Michael A. Taylor, again, has a home run and a strikeout today. This one's lined into left field, and it's over Chris Bryant's head. He lost it a little bit in the lighting for some reason, and that one is a double for Michael A. Taylor. A 2-out double could cause some problems, so Brad Boxberger going to come into the game. He does not have a great ERA on the season, and righties have been hitting him pretty hard. So hopefully he can bring that down a little bit here today. Colin Moran is a lefty, though. They haven't had the greatest success and won't here. That'll get through the sixth inning. Colorado still down 3 runs. Pete Alonso up at the plate, and he goes down swinging on another Stroman sinker. Those low sinkers have been great for him. 88 pitches in. Now 94 pitches in, and the 2-2 pitch is a strikeout of Sam Hilliard. 2 go down here in this top of the seventh. Here's a 3-1 pitch for C.J. Cron, and he lifts this one into center field, and it is shallow enough to make a grab. So, 7th inning stretch here at Wrigley Field. It's still a 3-0 ball game in favor of the Cubs. 1 hit for the Rockies. We'll be back. And we're back in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nick Madrigal going to take a walk on a high heater that misses the zone. So Nico Hoerner, the next batter. And Hoerner is going to hit this one onto shortstop. Anderson starts the double play. Rogers completes it on the throw onto first. So 2 gone in the bottom of the 7th in a 3-0 game in favor of the Chicago Cubs. Here's Seiya Suzuki, and this one is a shallow fly ball into center field. Easily made the grab for Sam Hilliard. We're through 7. Ryan McMahon in the top of the 8th at the plate, and this one's hit pretty hard to deep center field, and it is caught at the warning track. Very close to making this a 3-1 ball game, but Stroman's shutout remains intact. Here's Zach Veen. This is another hard hit ball out to left field. This one is going to get caught just shy of the warning track for the second out. Stroman's at 105 pitches. William Contreras at the plate now, and this one is dribbled onto short, and a very nice defensive play to get Contreras. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Charlie Blackmon, he's already got a hit against his former team and make it a second with a home run in the ball game. He takes Brad Boxberger deep for 412 feet and his 9th home run of the season. Charlie Blackmon, we made the move. We got rid of him. We didn't think that we were going to sign him after this season, and there you go, Charlie Blackmon hitting it big. There's a strikeout on a slider hitting the zone, and Hap didn't like it, but that's the end of the 8th. Here we go into the top of the 9th. Tim Anderson strikes on Stroman. 118 pitches in, and that one is not going to find the zone. It's going to find the seats. Tim Anderson getting the Rockies back into the ball game with his 13th home run of the season, a 395-footer. That thing was walloped, and that's going to get the Rockies back into it at 4-1. Luke Jackson's going to come into pitch now, a 4.34 ERA, 2.44 average against righties, and 2.59 against lefties. Pretty even. Here's Chris Bryant up at the plate, the former Cub, and he was not able to do much damage today, and he won't there with a shallow fly out to right field. So now Pete Alonso up the plate. He's 0-for-3 today, and the slider away will get him, and that is it. Colorado able to get a run up on the scoreboard, make this not a shutout with only 2 hits today. Marcus Stroman, an absolutely brilliant performance. He gets charged with that run, unfortunately. Austin Gomber, 5 2/3. He takes the L today. Edwin Diaz, another chance to do a pretty good job here in the 9th inning. The 4-run lead up against Cody Bellinger. Here's a dribbler, and that one's going to get to Anderson, who comes in front of second base to make the play in front of Rogers. Unbelievable how he didn't charge that. Here's Rios. He'll take the slider inside for strike number 3. And a nice strikeout for Edwin Diaz. Here is Gavin Lux, and this one is a short little pop fly. That one's going to get caught by Anderson. We still have the runner in first from before, as Tim Anderson was forced to go all the way to second just to not make the play. Here's Brendan Rodgers, and he has a chance to close this thing out, and he will do it. 6-2. Colorado gets the win at Coors against the LA Dodgers, the team giving them chase in the division, or the team that they're fighting with for supremacy in the division, I should say. Kyle Freeland goes to 6-6. Walker Buehler takes the loss. He actually gave up 6 earned through 3 innings. Not good for him. We take a look at the standings at this point in the season. The Rays are leading the East by 3.5. White Sox leading the Central by 4.5. And the Angels are leading the West by 6.5. Some decent-sized leads there in the American League. As we take a look at the wild card, Astros and Mariners are in the lead there, with the Red Sox just a game behind. Over in our National League, the Phillies are 8.5 out of the East. The Brewers are 7.5 out of the Cardinals in the Central, and we are 1 game back still of the Dodgers after another month of play. We're 20-15 in the division, which is the best division record just right now against our own division mates. We are in the number 1 wild card spot, and we're looking to hang on to it. The Isotopes are 7 games back in AAA. Doesn't look like they're going to be doing much. The Argoats are only 2 games back in AA, so maybe they can make some noise. Pete Alonso has 21 home runs. Coming up on the All-Star break, he might get a chance to play in the Home Run Derby. If he does, we'll take a look at that. If he doesn't, then we'll just go ahead and sim it and tell you who won. Senzatella 10-5 on the season with a 3.41 ERA. That has blown up a little bit. Curtis is playing really well, so well that I'm getting a lot of requested trades for him. None of them have even been worth showing you guys, but Curtis has been getting some attention. 3.26 average with a home run for Miles Burrow in 22 games. He's been pretty good. Hopefully we could see more from him. Joe Rock, a 3.02 ERA and a 7-4 record. He's been pretty good. Boone Ramo is another guy on our team with a 2.94 ERA that a lot of people have been looking at. In the AA with position players, we're looking at how they have been doing. There's not a ton of great averages here. Carlos Feliz has only played 5 games. He's been hurt a little bit. But Prince Lamar in the pitching, 9-3 with a 3.22 ERA. He's been pretty good. Alexis Ortiz, 1.82 ERA in his 34 innings in relief. We've got some guys performing, but not everybody's on the same page. We're looking at some of the all-star voting here to see kind of where we stand, taking a peek at this National League and where maybe some of our guys fall in the voting. It looks like Senzatel is pretty far down. Doesn't look like he's going to make it. John Curtis may indeed make the All-Star game. He's the number 2 relief pitcher right now, and that could be big. Edwin Diaz should make it, as he's the number 1 closer in the voting right now by 18,000 votes. That's pretty good. At catcher, doesn't look like we have much of a chance with William Contreras. He does have 212,000 votes, though. First base, CJ Crone, and Pete Alonso is second in first baseman votes. Crone is pretty far down there, but he's actually pretty decent considering. Over at second base, it doesn't look like we really have much of a chance with Brendan Rodgers. He's not really high in the voting at all, so I don't think we'll be seeing him. At third base, Ryan McMahon is there. He's like 6th best, but it's probably not going to be enough to make the All-Star team, unfortunately for him. At shortstop, Tim Anderson, we signed him. We were hoping that he would be that kind of caliber player for us, but he's pretty far down the list, unfortunately, and he's supposed to be our star. Over at left field, Chris Bryant is like 4th or 5th in the voting up there on top. It doesn't look like he's going to make it. Sam Hilliard is 4th in the voting in center field. 4th best center fielder in the National League. I'll take that. Not too bad at all. Over in right field, Zach Veen, probably not going to be getting any bids there, but Charlie Blackmon, the number 1 right fielder getting voted right now. We traded him away, and there he is, absolutely tearing it up for Chicago. So, good for him. We're 50-34, though. I don't think it's going to hurt us in the long run at all. The guy was already past his mid-30s, so we'll see how it goes. It's been a pretty good episode. We'll see how the next one goes. It'll include all the All-Star festivities. Make sure you guys check out links below to the Discord and the Twitch. Come hang out with us. It's a fun time, and I appreciate all my channel members, Kaz Cray Gaming, Rigoberto Ramirez, Raider Bear Comics, Christian Horn, Derek Vance, TNJ, VW Productions, and a special shout-out, Chaz Quarterback, T-Clink24. Love you guys, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.